What? No theme music, nah?
Gusto, now Chris the host. Man, I make a little dinner whilst busting joke. Come to the yard, get it off your chest. There's no hard feelings when you're rocking with the best. Everything's crisp, everything's nice. Throw a little sugar, add a little spice. Ask all questions, cook a little rice. Gamble like Vegas and throw a little dice.
Raise a glass and make a toast. Drop by Chris for a Sunday roast. Or 8 days of his mixology. Get twisted and not off the Hennessy. Now your belly's full, play a game of ball. Gusto, he's coming from the old school. No if buts, maybes, whys. No silly questions, I tell no lies.
Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris. Everything Chris.
Yeah, let's go, rise her up, let's go, let's have another dub, good weekend for us.
Live talks with Ryder's own Jamell Anderson. Pew, pew, pew. Man, he's got that energy today, man. Oh, man. Where's my water? You know what I mean? Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Man's ready. Ready for this, I'm ready for this, I'm ready for this. Yes!
What's good?
Jamell!
Today.
What you saying, man?
I'm rocking the Chris swag today.
Oh, it's the Chris swag, I like it.
Yeah.
What you saying, man? You good, bro?
I'm blessed, man. Blessed.
Yeah, man.
Come on.
I heard that. Hey, yo, bro, man. I'll give you an hour, man. I'll be right. All right. What's that? I'll be right in an hour.
If I could show you all the things I got right now.
Damn. Oh, is the wife eating you?
Nah, Georgia is in Manchester.
Okay. The family. Okay. No worries. So there's Manda night in, one of them ones.
Yeah, man. Chilling. Absolutely.
I heard it. It's meant to be your wedding. Wedding was meant to be just gone, innit?
Last weekend.
Okay, so what's
the a 5-star hotel? You know what I mean? All you can eat. You know what I mean? It hurt, you know. It hurt. It is what it is.
We're here for you. Just redo those invitations and that, you know, and I'll be there and all that.
I'll send it out in the post. I got you.
All right, that's good, man. Anyway, thanks for coming on, Jamell, man. Everyone listen to Jamell, which you did and that. And yeah, so get into this, bro. Where did you grow up, bro?
Nottingham, Clifton, second biggest estate in Europe. That's what I was always told.
Second biggest estate in the country.
In Europe, fam.
In second biggest estate in Europe. Wow.
So, yeah, Clifton.
What was that like growing up there, man? I've heard some good things about Nottingham, though.
Yeah, man, my childhood was amazing. I was of the last generation of kids that actually played outside. So, you know, just running through fields and, you know, whatever. You know what kids get up to, man.
Yeah, man. I know them ones. Kicking football.
Yeah, man. Using, you know, hoodies as goalposts and all that good stuff. I remember that. You know, Disney Channel, That's a Raven.
Or the ones where the guys try to cheat with the hoodie goal post and all that, and they say, yo, it went over the post. No, it's not, man. It's a goal.
No, because it goes straight up from here. You know what I mean? Yeah. I had a good childhood in Nottingham, man. I really did.
All right. See. When did you start getting into basketball?
15, secondary school.
15?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I always loved basketball as a kid. You know, my favorite movie was Space Jam. You know, my mom told me I used to watch it like every day as a kid. yeah, I was obsessed with it. But yeah, the older I got, no one kind of like nurtured that obsession with basketball into me actually playing it properly, like with a team. So I just kind of went off into athletics and football and rugby. So yeah, I was a late.
Fair enough, fair enough. And when did you fall in love with the game? When did you think, you know, I'm going to pursue this as a career now? And
Like 16, 17-ish, around those ages.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a good coach called Curtis Xavier, and he kind of explained to me like the opportunities. You know Curtis?
Mr. X, innit?
Yeah, X. Yeah.
Big, yeah. You knew my coach very well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you played at Nottingham Hoods starting off then?
No, Nottingham Hoods. That wasn't around when I was in Nottingham. I played Nottingham Youth Basketball Club.
Yeah.
And then that changed to City of Nottingham Basketball Club. I did a year with what was the name of that team? Oh gosh, I just forgotten the name of the team, but I can't remember. It was around for a couple of years, but I can't remember what it was called. But yeah, and South Nottingham College.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nottingham Hoods wasn't around when I was there.
Oh, one of the late ones. I saw Nottingham Hoods late though. Fair. Get to charge me. All right. And then so talk to us about your route, man, because I know you're one of the very few that has a very successful career without going the US route. What made you not go to the US?
There's a lot of reasons, but probably the main reason is that like I kind of believe in everything happens for a reason. And around the time where I had an offer to go to Stony Brook University, there was some issues with paperwork, not on my side, on the coach that I had at the time side. So it was taking longer than it should have. You know, he was out of the country. I couldn't get in touch with him, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And, that's like a whole nother story. And then Russell, you know, Paul Douglas?
Heard of him, heard of the name.
Yeah. He called Russell for me, Russell Levingston of the Leicester Riders, told him about my situation. And Russell offered me a contract, said you can come here, you can get your degree at Loughborough University, which obviously, you know, it's an amazing university. And I took the opportunity while it was there.
And then you got your degree at Loughborough and all that, and then you had some success at Loughborough, I believe, because I know I've heard they've been a great institution for a while now, isn't it?
Man,
how many trophies did you win there?
Oh, well, I mean, while I was studying, I won 6 trophies in the BBL.
This guy, while I was studying, I just won 6 trophies. Like, just 6, you know? Man,
it wasn't easy.
Trying to struggle to get 1 trophy, man.
No, it was not easy. I'll tell you that right now. It was not easy.
Nah, man, definitely, man. Well, congrats to you. So when did the Essex Pirates thing come about then? Was that after Loughborough?
No. Essex Pirates was before I went to Leicester. Yeah, so Essex Pirates was a new team. They only lasted 2 years. They had financial trouble in the second season.
That's unusual in this country.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, yeah, I was with them for 2 years before I came to Leicester.
Yeah, man, talk us through that whole Essex Pirate journey. You had some vets on the team at the time. You know, you had Tana Adu, you had Walid
Mamouni,
and Samuel. My brother was there. Marcus Knight was there for a little bit. Like, talk us through that whole that experience. You being so young and you're under those guys' wings.
I had to mature quick, man. Like, I wouldn't say I was like a kid. I wasn't like immature in my personality, but just like a quick transition that nobody really prepared me for. So, getting there, arriving in Essex, I was all excited. I don't know what I was expecting, and it was just like, it was strange. I'd never really been on a team of fully grown men, and they've all played for a long time, and you know, some, you know, arguably like big names. in the English basketball world, and it was just like, oh, okay, I gotta grow up quick so I can hang with these guys. So yeah, it was a big learning curve.
Oh man, and then like some of the guys you played under them, what were they like to you, man? How did they embrace you?
Yeah, they took me under their wing, man. Waleed especially is such a good-natured person. Marcus kind of just spoke with his actions. He's very professional.
Typical,
He
isn't
was
it?
very mature. Say again?
Yeah, typical
Say
Marcus,
again?
isn't it?
Yeah. He's not going to say unless he has to say something, you know? But yeah, just being around those guys, it made me understand that, like, the professional world, you're not going to get babied. You're not going to get spoon-fed. You got to take care of things yourself, and carry yourself in a certain way.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Yeah, that too. So obviously from Essex leading up to Leicester, so obviously Essex prepared you for a lot because you went into Leicester into a winning culture, like from the beginning, kind of like you was there from the beginning ish, right? Before they started winning so much, right?
Yeah.
So talk us through that whole, like, from when you got there up until now, and what you've experienced with Leicester and the stuff you've gone through.
I feel like, and Leicester are still growing and still evolving now, so don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like I was there for a very big evolution for the Leicester Riders. You know, the year I got there, he was bringing in so many big names, so many GB players and really good guys that were coming out of college, really high level players. So it was kind of like a big flip for them, I think, based on, you know, their previous years in terms of winning. And we knew as a culture, we knew that we were really good. We knew that, you know, we were super competitive. The way the team was built, our defense, we could switch 1 through 5. It was crazy, man. 1 through 4, 1 through 5, depending on who was on the court. So we knew what we had, and it was kind of like that underdog mentality, and we embraced it. We completely embraced it. A lot of the players on that team were new to the league, and for me, it was just another opportunity to get better. And over those first 6 year span playing with the Riders before I left, every day I was, you know, pushing to get better, and it was so easy to do that with everybody around me.
All right, yeah.
And
you went there 6 years and you left, didn't it?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Left and you went to, I believe, did you go to QBL then, or was it Cheshire first, right?
Cheshire first, yeah. I went to Cheshire for a season, and then the QBL.
So what was it there? So what did you experience differently when you went? So you went Leicester, and then you went to Cheshire, where it's not as much winning as it was before.
Well, you got to remember, before I came to Leicester, I had been for a season like that, or 2 really, where you are one of the. There's a lot of talent on the team, but unfortunately, it's not coming together and working to get wins. That's basically what I'm trying to say. So I experienced that already. So when I got to Cheshire, it didn't take me long to recognize that same feeling. You've got all these talent, but it's not being brought together correctly. So I recognized it. I understood what was happening before, you know, preseason was finished. And I think the team, like the general managers and stuff, I think they saw it too, because it was just swapping and changing constantly. I don't know if
the general managers were swapping, or the players.
The players and the coaches. That season there, we went through 3 or 4 coaches and maybe 15 players in one season. So
that's crazy.
That shows you the problems that we're having with people they were bringing in, or not knowing how to, you know, put the pieces together. So it was a tough year, man. It was a tough one to deal with. But I think every experience in my career has been absolutely essential. So
how was the culture in Cheshire like compared to Leicester though, like on and off the court? the fans and that, and all the fans and how they were off the court? What was the difference you experienced with Leicester and Cheshire?
Well, to be honest with you, I think the fans, from what I've seen on every team in the BBL, are really good fans. Like very, welcoming. They really are behind you. Obviously not like football, but for us, when we come out of the court or come onto the court, the fans are right there. So you get to interact with everybody, So in that regard, there's not much difference. Like, they're really nice people both ways. I think the Riders fans, with it being, how much success they've had, moving into the huge arena that they have, I would say that there's more of them. And I would say, obviously, traveling all the way to the finals, pretty much every year, they've become like a big red army pretty much now. So, yeah, they're a force. They really are a force.
Yeah, man, your fans are dope, man. I came to one of your games, just the last one of the season you had against Manchester.
Okay, yeah.
And when you had your foot in their neck, and had that big old 40-point lead. Oh my gosh, right. Yeah, that was a good game. The fans were just, they had your back, man. So, I mean, I think Uric tried to start a fight with someone on your team. It's funny, man. They were like, the fans are
great
like,
guy, though. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy, man. But you got to hang him up soon, man. You know what I mean? I was like, he's been playing since I was like 15. So that's a long time. Well, yeah, that's a long time. But yeah, that was a good game they had though, man. But then again, Manchester got their own chemistry problems there, and that. So we'll leave that there. So anyway, so with Cheshire, you was there for a bit, and I believe you made your way to QBL.
Yeah, that's right.
How was that whole? So how did that come about during the season, and how was that whole experience with you just come from a losing, dysfunctional situation, and you've gone to Australia, where you're in a winning situation, and you got better weather, better food.
Hey, the weather and the food, man, they were another level. No, I think a lot of that is due to conversations that I had with people that support me, really, like my family and my fiance. And even though the Cheshire season was a tough one, I tried not to get caught up in okay, I'm on a losing team, so I'm just gonna go get mine, or I didn't really get caught up in that stuff. I tried to just kind of play my game, and I think the Australian coach recognized that, and Rodney Anderson, not related, although we call each other brothers probably now. He recognized that, because that's a lot of the tape that he watched was the Chester games, and I was kind of worried about that, because I thought, this isn't the greatest tape to be watching. But he recognized the little things I did. He was happy with how I played, and he sent me a contract. And fortunately, someone on my team at Cheshire, Josh Wilshire, he was the one that made that connection, because he was going to play there too.
Okay. Yeah. I had him on earlier this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I had him on earlier this week. So he spoke about the QBL. So you two on the same team at QBL that same year?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, right. How was that playing with Josh, alongside Josh, man? How was that playing alongside him?
You find this so much in basketball, man. Like, you play against someone, and you just have to assume what their personality is like based on how they play. You know what I mean? And I didn't really have much for Josh. I didn't really have that much perception of him at all. I just knew he was a good player. And then when I played with him at Cheshire for the period that he was there, because he got hurt, I was like, oh, this is a solid dude right here, man. Really good guy. And then when he hooked me up with the Australian thing, I was like, oh,
right,
he's like a really, really good guy. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah, we're definitely good now. We don't speak as much at the minute, obviously, not being able to hoop. Who knows where he's going to play next year. But yeah, man, I'll forever be thankful for Josh, for helping me out in that situation and giving me an opportunity, basically.
Oh, that's dope, man. Shout out Josh, shout out Josh. And what's it like then after you come back, you play against him?
Ah,
In Plymouth.
yeah, man, it's all good, man. It's all love. I mean, when we play against each other, it's like the friend stuff gets left off the court, but no matter what happens on court, we're always going to be cool off the court, man, for sure.
Shout out Josh, man. And I had not long ago, I had your coach on here, man, and
Yeah, I saw that.
Mr. Rob, man. What was your impression of Rob when you first, met up with him, and then also talk us through your relationship with Rob?
To be honest with you, it's funny because when we played against the Riders, when I was playing for the Essex, I was on the free throw line.
Yeah.
And the first time I'd ever heard him speak, like I'd never heard him speak. It's the first time we played against him. I'm shooting, must be like the second quarter, maybe even the third. And all I can hear is someone going, "This mother can't shoot." And I'm thinking, which one of their players is going off like that? So I dribbled it. I looked to my left and it was him. And he was looking me dead in the eye. "This can't shoot." I'm like, yo, is he allowed to do this? I'm like, this is crazy. So I made the first one. And bear in mind, I'm not going to lie to you, my free throw percentage slacking always for a long time, especially when I was younger. So he had a point, but I made the first one and he's like, "Oh my God." And I made the second one and he's like, "Good job, buddy." Literally, like, just completely switched. So I was just like, all right, okay.
He was trying to put you off, innit?
Yeah, but like, paid like what was like respect, like you made it, you know?
Yeah.
And that was the only interaction I ever had with him before being picked for his team. And then obviously when I got there, I saw the other side of all of that, you know? And it's just passion, man. Like, so many people have asked me before, like, "Yo, what's Rob like, man?" Like, you know, he's screaming, he's da-da-da-da. Like, when you're on his team, you see why he's like that, because he's so invested. And it's nice because as players, I'm invested. Like, I wholeheartedly am invested in the team. So to see that with my coach, it just makes you want to fight harder.
It's true, man. I did see that on the side when I came to your game because I wanted to talk to him afterwards. Because I keep forgetting that a lot of people know how to separate the game from personal stuff. So when I was thinking, how do I approach this guy? But I don't want this guy screaming in my face just for a quick conversation. So I was like, all right. But then couldn't talk to him anyway because of the COVID and that. But when I spoke to him on here, it was a whole different side to him, man. I could see his personality is very infectious, like,
Right.
He's, like you said, he's very passionate. He likes to win. Is that something you kind of took from him as well?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think once you're in a room with people that are hungry to get better, to win, then you either get with it or you get left behind. So I chose to get with it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And it's got you some great success, man. Winning. Let's go through the accolades. Let's go through these trophies.
You're making it sound like I got a list.
Yeah, I've got to remember this, bro. All right. 2 BBL League Championships, 1 trophy finals, 2 BBL Cup Championships, 2 BBL Playoff Championship, and 1 QBL Championship. Which out of those 3 would you say was the most gratifying win, and why?
Boy, I would match up the QBL one with the Cup one that I won with the Riders the first time, the oldest one.
Yeah.
Because as much as we prepared ourselves, as much as we believed in ourselves, as much as we wanted it bad, you just never know. And that feeling at the end when you know you've got it after all that hard work, I can't put that feeling into words, man. So for me, those two, they are on the same level, because before that, I'd never won anything. I never won anything in Australia. So to win that one was like, wow, like it brought me to tears. I was that emotional about it. And then the one in England, the BBL Cup, again, we worked so hard for it. So to achieve it was just so gratifying, man.
I could imagine, man. And was that one you won in the O2? Or was that in that was in O2, right?
No, that Cup one, that was in the NIA Arena, which is now called the Buckley's Arena, I think.
Okay.
in Birmingham.
And another one of your there's another one of your championships as well that I want to talk to you about. With the when you lot went up against, I know you guys wasn't even fearing them, but it was just I wonder what your mindset was going into that game when you was going up against the Royals in the finals, and
You said we weren't fearing them. What made you think we weren't fearing them?
Yeah, I could tell you guys was going in there like bank, but obviously there's other people who saw people saw that there was the high name players there. So the players you probably played with, like they had the Ashley Hamilton on that side with Matthew, with Jules, with LBC, Will Neighbor. Like, what was the mindset going into that game?
It's about to be a battle. Like, you can't. It doesn't matter what team you're going against. If it's a final, it's going to be a battle. At the Riders, we never go into any game thinking like, oh, it's just this team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can handle these guys. We put too much pressure on ourselves to think like that.
Definitely.
I was zoned in, man. That's the big one for me. The playoff final is like everything. The cup, the trophy, the league, yeah, man, love it. Obviously want to win that, but the playoff final for me is the biggest reward of every BBL season, in my opinion. So I was locked in, bro. I saw a photo of myself actually before that game, and my face, the face I had on was like, yo, like I just smelled something horrible, bro. I was just like this. I still got the photo, and I was like, wow, man. I remember what I was doing. I was watching the film in the changing room.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I was zoned in.
I could tell, man. I like the first half. I watched it, and the first half was like close. And I was watching. I was like, oh, this is pretty close, man. The Royals are actually going for it, and you guys, you're putting up a fight as well. And then I think I was at, I went into, where was I? I think I went into work. I was doing something, and I see the second half, and I just see that Royals got battered. I was just like, wow, I was like, that discipline offense you lot have, boy. I love how you guys play though. It looks so disciplined. I telling Rob like that you remind me of Spurs, the way you lot just so disciplined. Like bang, is everyone's one team. Every 5 guys carry each other at once. Like, what was the second half like for you guys? From your perspective going into that?
We just tried to like do the game plan pretty much. At halftime, if we're down or if we're up, it's kind of like the same conversation, really. Like, we got to go. Like, we're only halfway through. But with the finals, man, it's man, there's no guarantee, bro. Like, you just don't know what's going to happen. We've come back from like 10 points down, in a short amount of time in a cup final before. So there was no point in that game until the buzzer went where any of us felt comfortable. So yeah, bro, those finals, man, anything can happen.
Yeah, man. How is it you lot and as well with your team, you lot are so disciplined. How is it you're so consistently disciplined so much? Like, every game I just watch you lot playing, it's like, just can't break this team mentally. Like, what is it that keeps you lot so focused?
No, I mean, we've had times, don't get it wrong, we've definitely had times where it's fallen apart in some way. But I guess it's the coach. To be honest, like he knows how to communicate to us off the court, on the court, and we all are kind of just going in the same direction. So when we lose focus, that's because guys are veering off. But when we're all focusing and doing the same thing, we look and we are very disciplined.
Nice. And talking of another playoff win, so compare the Royals win to your playoff win against London Lions, because you played them in the playoffs the year before. Like, how was that win against London Lions? Like, your whole perspective on that.
The year before?
Is it London Lions you played the year before?
So
playoff finals.
Why has my mind just gone blank, bro?
Oh, did you play was you at Riders at that time?
No, I don't think I was on that team.
Oh, right.
I was in
yeah.
Yeah, my mind, I was like, I don't remember that game. That means I got 9 trophies.
You know what I mean? No, but we're going to the next one. The GB experience. I'll talk us through that whole experience, the players you played with. You had guys like, again, Matthew was on the team. I think you played with Ogo, another great point guard, Mr. Pounded Yam, I call him. And also,
So the year that you're talking about, I was at the camp, but I didn't get selected for the team. But to be around those high level players is amazing, absolutely amazing.
okay.
Obviously living up north in the Midlands, but you Londoners call it north, so we'll do that. I didn't really get to like play with these guys like in the summer and stuff at the scrimmages and that. So you know, the only time I'd ever see them really is GB or maybe like Midnight Madness back in the day. So yeah, to be around those people, man, it was awesome experience. Even recently, when I was with them and as like Miles Hessen, Ashley Hamilton, the group that they have now, it's awesome.
What are you saying? Yeah, you're playing in GB. You know, you said you played with Miles Hessen and all that. So, have you been back to GB yet?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to get back to on a GB team, or you just seeing what happens?
I mean, I'm just seeing what happens, bro. Like, obviously, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll always take it. I literally left mid-season in Australia last season to come back to camp. So, yeah, I've always been committed to the GB program.
Definitely, man. Hopefully, we see you on there, man. We'd definitely like to see you there, man. All right. Going into the next one, I always ask this question to all my guys I have on live. Your views on the BBL and the WBBL, things that you've seen that are working and things that you think that could be improved on.
Things that I've seen that are working is, man, there's such a following. Like, you know, the proof's in the pudding, man. Like, you come to a game at the Riders Arena, you can see that people love this game. They come to our game, they come to our arena, and they say, "Wow, like, I never knew this was around. Like, I didn't know." So once you've got them through the doors, they get hooked. You know, like all the big sports, really. So I think there's definitely a package there that, you know, a big investor or, you know, a huge company could grab hold of and really take it to another level.
Grab it, bro, and just...
Literally, bro. Somebody asked me this question actually in an interview the other day.
Okay. They probably teaching my questions, man.
Yeah, they probably saw your sheet, bro. And it's just my opinion. So, you know, it doesn't mean I'm right or wrong. But my opinion of it all is I'm trying to compare it to other sports. So I think for me, when I was growing up, for example, I knew of football and I knew of basketball. But what I knew of football was you're going to be rich.
Yeah.
You're going to have a Ferrari and a mansion, and like the glamorization of football was so obvious because it was everywhere in the papers, on TV. You see football stars branded in front of you all the time. And I think that basketball doesn't get that publicity in this country. And I personally think that has a lot to do with younger mindsets on the game. So they're growing up and it gets to a point where they're like, okay, well, I've got to stick either to my basketball or my football or my rugby or whatever it is. And I think with the basketball, there's kind of like a void, which is whether they're consciously thinking about it or it's subconscious, I don't know. But I think there's a void that's like, okay, but if I play football, I can see where I'm going to go with that. If I do basketball, I don't really see what I'm going to get from that. So, you know, quick decision, I'm going to do football, I'm going to do rugby or athletics. So I just think that in this country, we should do a better job of putting basketball where it needs to be, putting basketball players on TV, you know, all these TV shows and on the papers, branding, like Foot Lockers and stuff like that. Not NBA players, the BBL players, you know what I mean? And get it to a point where kids growing up are like, man, I can make a little bit of money through this. You know what I mean? Like, I can do this, I can do that. And obviously a lot of that comes down to the money. So, yeah, I just think it needs to be branded better.
100% agree with that. It said everything that I was going to say. Marketing better, branded better, definitely. I also mentioned I was on Rebound NBL on Upstream the other night, and I said, you know, it would be good as well to try and market players a bit more, like sell jerseys of certain players, like get people wearing their jerseys and, you know, help promote the game in that way. That would be definitely a great idea to push forward.
For sure.
Definitely. All right. That's my next question now. I got this one: pre-game meal and post-game meal.
So I'll start with the saltfish and the rice and peas, and then
So
I move on to the plantain, and then wash that all down with a couple of dumplings.
Yo, you can't be showing me them food, right, and just not invite me, bro.
Yo, you asked.
You asked. And I'm stuck. I'm that here with the wild cherry Fanta. This is one of them American ones.
No, you're doing it all wrong, bro. This is where it's at right here. Yeah. Pre-game.
All right.
Yeah. Pre-game.
All right. And all right, I got snacks here. I've got snacks at the moment. You know, I'm a big kid. They say, you know, you got to go with the Kinder thing.
Oh, they're fire. They're fire.
If you don't know about these, whoever's in the chat, you know what we're on about. Had to get the multi-pack. Sorry, so you know all that.
Man's out here plugging Kinder. You know, get back to the interview, man.
Yeah, sorry, man. All right, man. So my favorite part of the talks, hotspot questions.
Okay.
So there are 2 3-part questions, and the first part is, shut up, Ishmael, about Kinder's dead. Anyway, first part is a player you love playing with, a player you love playing against, and a funny teammate. It's the first part.
Player I loved playing with. Wow, that is a long list of players, bro. I would say a player I love playing with. Man, how are you gonna put me on? That's putting me on the spot, bro. Like, whoever I say, there's gonna be another guy that I truly, honestly respect just as much. That's gonna be like, fam.
All right. I'll give you a couple. I'll let you have a couple then.
Yeah, all right. Well, no, that's not enough. I'm going to say Justin Baker because I never met him before I got to Australia. And by the end of it, we were like really close friends. Like we had the same mindset. We had, you know, deep conversations about life and stuff like that. So to build that strong of a friendship with someone over the court in such a small amount of time, because it's only like 4 or 5 months over there. Yeah, he's a friend for life, like, you know. So yeah, Justin Baker, I loves playing with. What was the other 2, sorry?
A player you love playing against, and a player, that funny teammate.
Player I loved playing against is David Aliu, because he used to beat me up every game, but he used to twist my mind as well, because then he'd elbow me 1 minute, and then 5 minutes later, he'd be like, oh, you know, if you just, like, giving me tips in the game, bro. Like, I'm on the free throw line, he stood next to me, and he's like, yo, you know when you shot last time, you need to get your elbow up a bit more. Bro, I still got a bruise on my ribs from when you elbowed me, and now you're giving me tips, bro. But again, another great guy. Still talk to him to this day, still friends. So he's someone I really enjoy playing against. And then I got a fish memory fan. What was the third one? Funny teammate. Jay Cousinard.
Just a story, man.
Oh, a story. Okay, let me think. Okay, so Zaire Taylor came to practice one day, and all I heard was Kuzi go, oh man, has he got the suitcase? I look around, and Zaire is walking in with, like, you know, like the suitcase you can take on the plane with you. That's what he brought to practice. And Kuzi's just dying. And like, just watching Kuzi laugh at something makes me want to laugh. So yeah, bro.
Oh my gosh, man bought a suitcase.
Yeah, bro.
I heard that story. I said Rob said the same thing as well. Rob said someone in your team bought a suitcase to practice one time. Might have been the same person.
There you go.
Oh,
unique guy, man. So yeah, Kuzi is one of the funniest players I played with. David Aliu is definitely one of the most enjoyable people I played against, and Justin Baker's my favorite person to play alongside.
All right. My next three-part question.
Yeah.
So it's similar, but it's reversed or opposite. So player you didn't like playing with. So it doesn't mean someone you hate. Not someone you hate or dislike. You might be in a scrimmage and you be like, this brother, I can't play with him.
Oh, man. Okay.
Player you didn't like playing against and a funny opponent.
Okay. So, let me think about this one for a second. Okay. I love this guy too, but I hated playing with Anthony Rowe because he was so strong. So like, I couldn't move him. Like, it was annoying. He was annoyingly strong. Like, if he's in a post and you're trying to push him up, not happening. Not a chance in hell. And then what's worse about it,
someone you hate playing against, yeah?
No, playing with. Andy was on my team. So like in practice and stuff, I couldn't move him. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do, it used to stress me out, bro. Playing against someone I hate playing against. Who do I hate? You know what? I hate playing against Josh Wilshere, right? And the reason is, this is why, because, and here at the Riders, we study players in it, like we do our scout. What way is Josh going every single time? Left. Everyone, Josh would tell you that himself. He's going left. He loves to go left. You're guarding him going, don't let him go left. Don't let him go left. Somehow, some way, this guy always finds a way to go left. And it stresses me out, man. Oh, gosh. It does my head in, bro. I don't understand. It's like I don't know how he does it, man. I really don't.
That's a pro right there, man.
Yeah,
even though you know they got that move and they still go to it and there's nothing you can do about it.
Still making it work. And then the last one, sorry, was...
Funny opponent.
Funny opponent. I could have used David Aliu for that as well. Funny opponent. That's a tough one, bro. Funny opponent. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna say Justin Robinson, right?
Oh, that
not because he does something that's like, like you're making me laugh, but because he doesn't say a word. Like I don't hear nothing. He just silently just kills off. You know what I mean? Like,
he just doesn't say nothing, doesn't it? He just kills you so slowly.
He don't throw up no signs. He don't nothing. He just silently just kills everyone. It's just like, I find that kind of funny if I'm honest. Like, yeah, bro. So,
quite Leonard, isn't it? You know, it's funny. Like, right? I know you probably saw it. You know, in the intros, when the Lions have their intros.
Yeah.
And then everyone's all doing the high fives and that, and then they'll jumping around. And when they call Justin there, he just goes into the lineup. He just goes, yo, what's up? And that's it. You're like, Dad, he ain't doing no jumping jack or nothing, but he's trying to kill someone right there and then.
That's his game, do the talking, man.
That's it, man. That's that Brixton mentality, man. I love that, man. Talking of a funny story, I remember, as you said, with Josh Wiltshire when you can't stop his move. I remember a story of Ryan Martin.
Yeah.
He's at Pro Classic, and he's got a move in a post where he bangs in and then he spins. So the coach on the sideline, he's going, "Watch the spin move. Watch the spin move." Ryan still
famous last words.
Yeah, watch the spin move. Ryan still did the spin move and did the fadeaway, still scored. And he's like, I said, watch the spin move. I'm like, can't stop it, man. He's a professional. He knows when to do it. Hilarious, man.
Famous last words, man.
You know. All right, people. Whoever's still online, have you got any questions for Jamell while he's still online? And also, Jamell, do you have any questions for myself?
What motivated you to start doing the interviews?
Main thing that motivated me to do these interviews, my love for basketball, man. I did play when I was younger, not that much, but my main love is for basketball. I've always believed in this country it should be bigger than what it is. So I started out. I've got the show I've done. I started out recording some shows. I was gonna do some more, but COVID and all that ruined the plans. So I then started doing these lives. Well, I spoke to my team. I said, they said, let's do some lives and see how it goes. And then since then, I've had a great reception from it. It's been unexpected. I wasn't expecting this much reception and much love from it. So all the people who've been supporting, it's been a great process and a great journey. So yeah, just the love for basketball, just my personality. I like to just, I'm a networking kind of person. I get along with a lot of people, man. So I love doing talks, and I see it's therapy, talking and that, get stuff with your chest. You know what I mean?
No, definitely, bro. Definitely. I think if people spoke more, there'd be a lot less issues in the world, bro.
Oh, definitely, man, definitely. So I just thought, yeah, and plus I love basketball, man. I don't want to see all you guys bigger than what you really are. You know what I mean? So I figured, let me try and do my best to contribute as much as I can from a different perspective and angle, and let's just grow the sport. That's what's motivating me.
I respect that, bro, and I appreciate it too.
Yeah, I appreciate, man. Appreciate the love, man, and all that, man. I think someone asked you a question earlier. Let's see if they yeah. Who is the toughest person you had to guard, and who was the toughest person you had to go against?
Toughest person I've had to guard, Charles Smith, probably.
Oh, his name's come up bad times.
Yeah, like I still don't really get it to this day. I've spoke to the guy and been like, yo, tell me, innit, you done playing now, innit? Like, come on, man. Spill the beans, innit? Like, what's the trick, fam? Cause it don't matter, fam, what angle, where he is, where your defensive hand, it don't matter. He's finding a way, bro. Like, he's finding a way. I remember one time, when you perfectly contest someone's shot, to where you're gonna block it, or they're gonna have to pass it or shoot it super high just to get it over your hand, innit? I did that. Got there. Bam. I had him. I said, you're not getting this shot off. My man just went and just shot up and over me, bro. And I'm like, I'm right in front of him, I was just like, you know what? Done with this guy, bro. Like, I'm finished with this guy. It don't make sense. Like, how are you just? I don't understand. You just like got a homing beacon in your mind, bro, where you can just find the hoop. It's crazy. And the same thing as well, like putting my hand right here. Cash. Doesn't matter. So coming up against someone like that, especially in the big battles that we've had with the Newcastle Eagles over the years, yeah, man, it's been really fun to play against him.
Would you say Leicester? No, not Leicester. Would you say Newcastle was one of your biggest rivals you faced? Toughest teams?
Yeah, I think the biggest reason Newcastle is one of our biggest rivals because they were so successful. Like, if you want to be the best team in the league, that's who you got to beat, And those years, they were the best team. So we hit heads a lot, man. We always would catch them in the finals. So yeah, it's been a fun. What's it now? 8 years of playing against them for the Riders.
Dope. And then now you guys are taking over, so it's Newcastle now. Riders have come up, and you. I
still don't see it that way, I still feel like the underdog, bro.
That's a good way. That's a good way to see it.
Yeah, man. I don't ever want to rest.
From a fan's perspective.
No way.
You lot are tough, man. Every time you lot played London, I was like, oh, this is not gonna be a walk in the park. Shit. Like, when they played London, played other people, I wasn't too worried. But when they came up against you, obviously I was supporting London. So it was like, geez, man, these guys it's gonna be a tough one. So much respect to Leicester Riders, man, and all that, man. So, brother, I know your food, don't want to make your food get cold and all that, you know what I mean?
It's just there, just looking at me like, yo, anything so you can eat, man. I'm ready, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh yeah, tell the wife to answer the messages, man. I'm trying to get some more lives going, man.
I get the WBBL players on here, man.
I've got some on here, I've got some more in here.
You gotta get some more on here, then, for sure. You should have done a couple of things. See, you missed your opportunity now. See? See?
You know what, though? I thought right. No, that could be for another episode.
No, it's too late now. You missed that chance. Someone's already done it. You can't do it. Someone's already done it. Nope.
They're not done it the way I done it. See, so now what I was thinking is getting the both of you individually, because I can speak to you individually and then get you both together. Different perspective.
Okay. Have you got a question to set me up? Like, who's better at shooting? Who would win one-on-one? Because I'm not gonna answer it. I'm just gonna go now. See ya.
We'll
Been
save
set
that
up
question
before.
for another one time. Save that
Been set up
for
before,
I know
I'm not
she can
doing
shoot. I know she can shoot.
Boy. Shoot,
Yeah, I know.
boy.
Do you dunk on her when you get mad? When she gets mad at you at home, and that. What, you didn't cook tonight?
You think I can dunk on Georgia? And I'll be walking off that court a single man. Put it that way. Crazy.
Oh man, gosh, that would be funny, boy. Yeah, man. No, I've hit her up, so if she gets it, she gets it. She don't, she don't. See what happens in it.
Cool, bro.
Yeah, man. All right, brother Jamell, man. Appreciate your time and appreciate
Yeah, man.
everyone who came on. If you want to follow Jamell, he's on Instagram at Jamell. That's it. Because it's a unique name and not many people named Jamell. And then I'm Everyting Chris _2020, man. And hopefully we'll be in touch, brother.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Thanks, man. Everyone, peace.
Everything Chris. 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 I'm Chris G, host of Everything Chris. Hope you liked that video. If you did, click that like button. Also leave a comment. And also, if you want to see more, click that subscribe button to get a notification when we upload new content every single time. I hope you enjoyed that video and I hope you stay tuned for some more. And also, as you know with me, everything's always Chris.